Let me tell you something that might make you uncomfortable, but could change your career and your life. The people who advance the fastest, earn the most, and build the most freedom, they're not the smartest ones in the room. And they're not the most credentialized. They're not always the hardest working. They've mastered a very specific set of soft skills that most of us were never actually taught. And if you ever felt like you're doing everything right, but somehow you get passed over, you get overlooked, or stuck, this video is going to explain exactly why. Today, I'm breaking down the 7 soft skills people are searching for. Because you know I'm a data girl. So I went searching to see how are people actually navigating this new landscape of professional independence. These are the skills that people are trying to copy and the things that they are realizing are being rewarded in real life. Whether you're in corporate, building a business, or just somewhere in between, and fair warning, some of these are definitely going to surprise you, and they're not the things that you're seeing on LinkedIn. They're never the things that you see in a job description. First, let's also clear up this fact. Soft skills are not nice to have. These are power skills. They determine who gets trusted, who gets listened to, who gets promoted, and who gets paid. Hard skills might get you in the room, but these soft skills decide what actually happens after you walk in. And right now, these searches are going through the roof. People are looking for executive presence, emotional intelligence, strategic thinking, communication skills, confidence at work. The search data from Google is exploding because I think folks are really realizing that technical skill is dead. And I know that sounds dramatic, but to a certain extent, it is true. If everything that you have been projecting as your value can now be done by AI, it's time for you to tune into your creativity and these 7 skills. Here's the 7 most important soft skills that have yet to go out of style. 1, emotional intelligence, EQ. And now EQ is not about being nice. It's not about being amicable. It's about awareness, reading the room, managing your reactions, understanding power dynamics, responding instead of reacting. And another component of this is being able to swallow your ego. Sometimes there's something that you really, really want to say. And EQ tells you this is not the moment to make yours. This is not the moment that you bring that thing up. You swallow it, you file it, you use it for another time to be strategic with that information. The highest EQ people, they don't aim to win arguments. They win alignment. The next is strategic thinking. This one gets really misunderstood. Strategic thinkers don't just do more. They decide what not to do. Strategic thinkers are the ones that sit back and say, what's actually going to move the needle with my time? What's noise? What's leverage? This is why some people look calm under pressure. And it's not that they're calmer necessarily. They're just clear on what's important and they're clear on how to use all the information that they're collecting to be strategic for their own output. Third is communication that creates clarity versus causes chaos. It's not about talking more, it's talking clearer. The most effective communication says less, but says it precisely. Clear communication is about framing problems clearly, being able to find the root cause of an issue versus pontificating on a subject and not actually getting to what's going to move the needle forward. If people keep misunderstanding you, it's not because they're slow, it's because clarity is a skill. The next is self-trust and decisiveness. Now, this is a touchy one because I do believe that self-trust is something that can be eroded. And a lot of people in corporate environments come out of that realizing how much they've forgotten to trust themselves by being in such an environment that makes you roll everything up the chain, ask a million questions to be able to move into a particular direction. That can be debilitating in this area. This is the one that nobody teaches. High performers get stuck because they keep outsourcing their judgment. They wait for consensus. They over-research. Decisive people aren't reckless. They're willing to choose and adjust. They're willing to experiment and deal with whatever consequences come from that experimentation. People with a strong sense of self-trust make decisions incrementally. They make the best decision based on the information they have in front of them and then move on to the next. When you're in an environment that debilitates your self-trust, it can be very hard to make decisions. Have you found that you need so much consensus to be able to move forward? That's not you. That's a soft skill that has been eroded by your environment, but you can rebuild it. Next, we have boundary setting. Now, this is absolutely a skill. It might be one of my favorite soft skills. And it's also not a personality thing, right? Every personality can do this. You can be the warmest, most open, most oversharer person in the world and still learn how to create boundaries. People with strong boundaries protect their energy. They control their time. They signal self-respect. If you don't set boundaries, somebody else will set them for you, and you don't want to be on those terms. 6 is adaptability. And some of this has to do with learning speed, ability to be able to intake information and respond quickly, but it's not about base knowledge. It is still absolutely a soft skill that is not technical. The most valuable people are not the ones who know the most. It's the ones who learn the fastest, the ones who are able to adapt and pick up information and apply it the fastest. They're not attached to being right. They experiment. They update their thinking. This is why adaptability is now listed in almost every C-suite and leadership job description. It's not something that used to be outwardly expressed before. It kind of was like an expectation, one of those unsaid expectations that we don't see in job descriptions down the chain. And last but not least, we have identity management. You might have heard this be called executive presence. This one is subtle, but it's so powerful. It's how you're perceived before you speak. So yes, it can be related to a sense of style, but you can get a stylist, you can get on Pinterest. You don't need an innate skill for that, right? It's about presentation, grooming, all the things that communicate the rate that you want to be at when someone asks you, how do I work with you? How you carry yourself, how you frame your role, how you describe yourself, how you own your space. Executive presence is not about pretending to be somebody else. It's about being grounded in exactly who you are. Now, I just want to take a moment to explain why these skills really matter now more than ever. Here's the shift most people haven't caught up to yet. We're moving from task-based work to judgment-based work in the market. That is what is most marketable right now. AI will do all of our tasks. AI can do many more tasks than your email, by the way. It cannot replace judgment, emotional intelligence. It cannot read a room. It cannot understand human context, relationships, or build trust. That means that these soft skills are now economic skills. They'll determine income, influence, independence. So here's your move. Don't try to improve everything. Pick one soft skill from this list and practice it deliberately for 30 days. Ask yourself, where do I hesitate? Where do I over-explain? Where do I give my power away? Soft skills can compound because when you have all 7, you're undeniable. And once you've built them, no one can take them away from you. If you ever felt like you were capable of more, but didn't have the language, the structure, or the confidence to step into it, this is why. Now, I spent my career inside Fortune 500 companies, inside a Fortune 100 company, watching how decisions are actually made, how influence actually works, and how leaders are really built. Now I translate those frameworks for women building professional independence, without hustle culture, without guesswork. I'm Ayana, and I help you build the skills and the strategy to make you unstoppable. Subscribe if you want clarity, leverage, and a smarter way to build your future. See you next time.